What's good, YouTube? It's Flying Speaks back, man. 4th of July edition. You know what I mean? So happy 4th of July for all y'all who celebrate it. I don't celebrate this shit. But I do appreciate days off. And I love good food. So what we gonna have today? Well, we just got finished eating right now. We just had grits, you know what I mean, made in the southern style, you know what I'm saying, with that Cajun seasoning up in there. Threw some shrimp up in that joint. The big colossal joints had that up in there with bacon in there. And we cooked the grits, right? First of all, cook the shrimp in that bacon grease with that Cajun seasoning, man. Fresh garlic. Come on, bruh. Come on, man. And I took that whole, then they produced this type of broth that was so crazy. And I put the broth on top of the grits. Had a big bowl of that. Come on, man. You know your boy crazy. And then today, what we got? We got the boneless rib steaks. Boneless, right? But the baby back ribs with no bones, but they just some nice, soft behind tender steaks. We throwing that on the grill. We're going to take a couple whole chickens, about like 5 of them joints, split them in half, fill them with vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Something I learned when I was living in Egypt. Like, that's one thing they do well, is they know how to make a half chicken real good. If you ever get a chance to go to Egypt, go to Cairo to visit the pyramids or whatever it is you're trying to do over there, go eat they half chicken, boy. You take the half chicken, onions, peppers, tomatoes. Sometimes they throw a little fruit in there, mangoes and stuff like that. Smash it up, throw it on the grill. That's what we gonna have rolling today. You know what I'm saying? And I got my special sauce, which I can't tell you. That's in it. You gotta just come see your boy one day. Eat it to taste it to have an understanding of what it is. But that's what's gonna be going on here today. You understand what I'm saying? So my boy do take advantage of them holidays, even if, you know what I mean, I understand. And for those who question it, man, why don't you celebrate the holidays? Like, listen, man, look at, obviously I'm the descendant of a people who it didn't really matter. You know, like, honestly, to me, George Washington, King George III, you know, same shit. You know what I mean? Now, I do respect George Washington, what he did. He felt like the taxes was a little bit too much. He had all his land. He's like, listen, man, we about to take up arms. So he got punk-ass John Adams from, well, John Adams was tough, but he's a little dude. You see what I'm saying? So he got him, along with John Adams, Benjamin Franklin worked together. That's pretty much all he needed. Now, Benjamin Franklin is a dude that, like, listen, y'all see him as this inventor and electricity, all that. What Benjamin Franklin was, he's the first official gangster of the city of Philadelphia. That's really what he was. His name is everywhere, everything he did. But if you understood the way he ran the city, he's the first gangster of the place. Benjamin Franklin. Now, he did some good things for the country in that, like, he, you know, in order to come up from under England, part of what we needed was France help. So this mother, he used to go over to France. Him and Thomas Jefferson, because Thomas Jefferson, you know, he kind of like Thomas Jefferson was the biggest asshole out of all of them, you know, towards, you know, my people. But, you know, Benjamin Franklin, him, Thomas Jefferson, they would go over there, you know what I'm saying, to France. What Benjamin Franklin would do, he had a couple, like, high class chicks that was up under Marie Antoinette's, like, kingdom, under the French, they had the king back then. So he used to smash some of the ladies in the court and stuff like that to help influence them to, you know, France to go over there and be a problem for England, get money. Then he also worked out a deal with the Quakers that was over here to get some money. Right? He did little stuff like that. So, you know, shout out to Benjamin Franklin, man. He's a piece of shit just like the rest of them. But you know what they did? They went ahead and they fulfilled their vision, okay? And I respect that, especially if you're willing to go out there on the battlefield and do it. I respect that. You know, so I respect J.W. Washington, because he went out there. He was a man, went out there in the field, out in Valley Forge, got it in. Different from these elected guys, right, who will send your kids to go fight, but they punk ass won't be out there. You feel me? It's just, that's the difference. But anyway, man, we got a couple of games we got to talk about. Listen, there was a whole night of action going on. A couple of games I can't talk about because I didn't watch them. There's only 2 games I really watched. That was the Phoenix Mercury and the Fever Aces, which I got to talk about because them joints got a lot of implications, man. It's crazy. So, that's the deal. We're going to start with the Wings, man. Listen, man. Listen. The Wings went out there, kind of made a statement. Man. They went out there, they defeated the Mercury. Well, the Mercury came to the Wings, of course. 98-89. listen, this was the most impressive win of their season. Now, listen, the Wings are kind of a bit on the road. This is why I'm not going to go with the narrative that I know some people are going to spend today. But the Wings are 5 out of the last 7 games. So they kind of like turning things around a little bit. And they kind of playing better in general. As a matter of fact, the last game that they played, Paige Bueckers didn't play. Enrique played, and they were able to win that game too as well. So it's very important to understand. But listen, the story of this game is that the Wings went out there and they started 4 rookies. That's wild. They started 4 rookies. So this could be 2 things happening. It could be that these rookies just know how to play together real well. You know what I mean? And some people might be pushing the narrative that they look better than the starters. I'm not ready to go there yet, but that could be. You know, I don't deny it necessarily because they went out there and won. But at the same time, you gotta look at Phoenix Mercury coming in, 12-5 team. They had the best record, I believe, in the W or the second best record, one or the other. They up there, and they looking at the Wings and they like, damn, Wings already sweet for real. But on top of that, Enrique not playing, Carrigan not playing, Matty Series I think not playing. Number of players ain't playing. They starting 4 rookies. They looking at them like, over here, this barbecue chicken before 4th of July. We about to go up in here and just whoop on them. And then they found out, no, it wasn't like that. These young guns was out here gunning, trying to get spots, trying to make sure they secure their life savings, their life careers in this league. So, you know, they came out there wanting this game. And you can really tell from the beginning all the way throughout that, you know, the Wings players that was out there was a little bit more hungry than the Mercury players. Because, I mean, talent-wise, it's like, come on, let's be for real. They got Alyssa Thomas. They got Khalid Copper. I mean, North Philly's own. You know what I mean? Then you got Satu, right? Who I'm starting to believe is top 10 in that league. Satu pretty much do a little bit of everything. She's definitely a unicorn. So like they don't have a better team at all. And then when you look at the role players and everything, they got they're not a better team. So part of that was coming out there putting in a stinker. And it's crazy that we've been seeing stinkers all week. This is like the week of the stinker. Minnesota in the Commissioner's Cup against the Fever. Stinker. Aces, who we're going to talk about later. Stinker. I don't know what's going on. So Mercury went ahead, put in their little stinker. It's really been a wild week of stinkers. So anyway, man, tell this tape. What's crazy is both teams, Minnesota and Dallas, both had 67 possessions. All right. So Dallas shot a little better from the field, 47%. Wings 41%. From the 3, they damn near identical. 8 of 22 for the Wings, 8 of 23 for Dallas. So about 2% better, right? But the free throw line was damn near dead even too. 31 times. Both teams were at the free throw line 31 times, right? So we can't even blame the refs here. Dallas hit 26 of theirs. Phoenix hit 25 of theirs. All right, free throw line, damn near dead even. Rebounds, okay, Dallas won the rebound battle big time. 38-26. They won the rebound battle big time. All right. My favorite thing when we're looking at offense is assists, and it was damn near dead even at assists. Actually, Phoenix had one more assist, 21-20 assists for the Wings. Turnover battle. What's crazy is Phoenix won the turnover battle, right? But Dallas still won this game by over 11 points. Why is that? Listen, rebounds. Okay. That's wild. Rebounds. And how did they win this game? That's wild. There's a little bit better from the field and rebounds, man. Yeah, four more shots from the field and rebounds. That's wild. When you look at the tail of the tape, you gotta look at the game. But if you look at the game, man, from watching it, Dallas was pretty much in control pretty much the whole game. I just saw more energy coming from them, more crispness coming from them. You had a couple rookies that went crazy in this game, man. All right, first, the one we got to talk about as far as these rookies, man, is Isaiah James. Isaiah James, a player who I've been saying since the beginning of the year should have been interjected into that starting lineup, or at least she should have been the first one off the bench. Should have been the first one off the bench way early. I felt like the coach waited way too long to get her involved. He waited for other players to get hurt. I never understood why, because even if you looked at the preseason, James was coming in with confidence, draining threes, draining other shots, playing like, hey, look, I'm out here to go for broke. I'm out here to let y'all know that I belong here. I always felt like she gave that type of energy all season. I'm, looking at the coach sideways like, yo, you need to give those people like that a little bit of tick. But anyway, she goes out there and does what? She hits 5 out of 9 from 3. She goes out there and hits 10 of 20 from the field. That is absolutely spectacular. Plays some nice solid defense and everything. Comes away, well, no steals, I'm surprised. But 28 points. 28 points, obviously her season high as a rookie. Balled all the way out. J.J. Quinterly, starting point guard, 7 of 12 from the field. 17 points. So it's obvious and easy to say here that Phoenix didn't play their normal defense. Typically, they are a great defensive team. What I'm going to start doing probably next week is I usually wait to the middle of the year to start pulling up, how defensive stats, offensive stats, because I like to give the teams a little bit of time to find their identity and then start get rolling. It's normally what I do for those who've been following the channel last year, but I'm gonna start doing that going on from here. But from watching the Mercury, I saw they were a very good defensive team. They had good pressure. We saw parts of that in the second half when they started to make a run. They did make a little bit of a run. Nice timeout call by Coughlin, and then Dallas came back and maintained the lead. They always had an answer for any little run that the Phoenix Mercury could muster. So Quinterly and Isaiah James balled out, and then of course, the rookie sensation, rookie of the year without a doubt, leader, rookie of the month, Paige Bueckers went out there, 8 of 11. That's absurd. Came from the field, only need 11 shots, made 8, 2 threes. All right, 5 or 6 from the free throw line. The efficiency, queen, ridiculous. 23 points in all. All right, to add with that 5 assists. Unbelievable game again. She just has a good knack for controlling the game, knowing to speed it up, knowing to slow it down. They were throwing everything at her in the kitchen sink. All right, you lying behind CC fans talking about she don't get blitzed and all that. She was getting blitzed. That they was blitzing the hell out of Paige. And I believe it is out of fear for her. They feel like it's the only way you stop that offense. She handled it well. Problem is, she don't force nothing, man. She don't feel like she got to be the star. So she ain't got no problem dumping it off when she see the blitz, when she see the double team. Matter of fact, there was some points in the game where she started off actually more hotter. Isaiah James got it going. You saw Paige make a considered effort. Feed Isaiah James. Feed the hot hand. No ego. These types of things, man, very important. I can't say enough about the performance that she put together. Listen, man, I don't care if y'all want me to talk about this or not. I don't give a damn. But I will talk about this. For me, between Paige and Caitlin Clark, no comparison. Paige Bueckers, far and away the better player. Caitlin Clark rarely has these types of games where she's 8 of 11 efficiency. Come on, man. She doesn't even take good enough shots to where that's going to be the case. You look at the rare shots Paige was making yesterday. Contested threes. Actually hit a logo 3. She runs off the ball, can catch and shoot off ball all over the place throughout the court. It's ridiculous how much of how good a player this player is as a rookie. I mean, no, it's ridiculous. Like, you try to think, okay, what more does she add to the game? How do you be more efficient than 8 of 11? How you're more better IQ than what you're doing? Like, what? Only thing to do is you build a team around this player, and you go win some championships, man. That's what's going to happen. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, I was on the page yesterday with a couple of guys. Couldn't understand. This is just some generational player. Hey, one of the guys coming to my channel. Generational. We talk about generational. Like, bruh, I don't see it. But with this Paige, I don't know. Paige don't have the generational, body and those different things. But, like, as far as her game, bruh, it is the most polished rookie I've ever seen. And all y'all so-called records that CC has, she's pretty much shattering all of them. The only one that she probably won't break is the assist record, which really is the only real record Caitlin Clark has. For real, is the assists, right? To be the first, fastest to get to 250 and all of that, those things aren't really records. Those are just like benchmarks and stuff like that. Y'all calling everything a record, and it's really ridiculous. But those things y'all consider records. Paige is like breaking all of them. Her start is far and away better than Caitlin's, and now, right? As the brother said to me yesterday, she got to get them to the playoffs. Well, she might now. They are 5 of their last 7 games, right? So who knows? And then they go out there and they beat a team like the Mercury, who I think kind of had a letdown. But really, what's it matter? Went out there and did it, beat them, beat the brakes off of them too, man. Beat the brakes off of them. For the Mercury, man, the only player that Satu gave you 20, Khalid gave you 33. Alyssa Thomas, really, I didn't feel like she was having a bad. Really, her numbers these are pretty much her numbers. It's just that you needed more. Right? She scored 9 points. She had 10 assists, right? 3 steals, 7 rebounds. That's Alyssa Thomas's game, pretty much. They got her as a -16 as far as differential, so her impact wasn't really great. But I mean, when you getting cooked as a team, those things happen. But what it is, with her Alyssa Thomas, she's 4 of 11 from the field. And with the shots she takes, she should have a higher efficiency because she takes all pretty much close to the basket shots, either in the post or mid range stuff. She got that ugly one-handed shot though that gets on my damn nerves. But despite that, she's still very, very impactful player in the game. Khalid Copper went nuts. She was 10 of 17 from the field. 4 of 7 from 3. 9 of 13 from the free throw line. Damn, I ain't know she got to the free throw line that many times. For 33 points. Yeah, she balled out, but it just wasn't enough. Because, all of that was matched on the other end by James and Quinterly and Bueckers. So that pretty much told that. Now, listen, man. We got one more game here. Y'all. There's a lot to say about this one, man. Goodness gracious. All right, so the Las Vegas Aces go out to Indiana Fever. All right, and they get the doors blown off of them. They get their brakes beat off of them. Okay, 54-81. Now the story of this game is what we all know. The story of this game is the way the Indiana Fever is playing with one Caitlin Clark, 81 points, right? For people that are complaining about points, which is dumb. When your defense is holding people to 54, who gives a damn how much you score, right? As long as it's more than 54. But to go out there and put 81 while holding them to 54, I mean, what more can you ask? Man. Whew. When I look at the Aces, everyone was horrible from the field except AJ Wilson. She was 50% from the field, 9 of 18, gave you 29 points, 11 of 13 from the free throw line. Her rebounding numbers were atrocious, though. 3 rebounds. Wow. Atrocious rebounding numbers. Okay. Jewel Lloyd, man, I've been trying to hold out for her. She's out there 30 minutes, takes 3 shots, misses every single last shot. 0-1 from 3. His 2 free throws. What the hell is going on with Joel Lloyd? Joel Lloyd is looking like a bum, playing like trash. There's no excuse for that. Veteran player like she is, one of the stars of the league, presumably. This is unacceptable. 2 points, that is trash. Jackie Young, I don't know what the hell is wrong with her either. 25 minutes, she goes out there, is 2 from 9 from the field. She was horrible. She's a player that I've been saying is the best non-big in the league. Right now, she's not playing like it. She's playing like one of the worst players in the league, period. I don't know what the hell is going on with her. She needs to get her head up out her behind or whatever the hell the problem is. She look like shit. You got Chelsea Gray out there with 2 points. What is happening? How the hell do you have Chelsea Gray, Jewel Lloyd, and and Jackie Young out there looking like that. They look like complete garbage. They look like shit. Period. Like 6-2 and 2 points. What is going on? If I'm Major Wilson, I'm cussing him out. I'm ready to smack him. I'm telling like general manager, look, man, you might have to trade these bitches. Whatever. It just doesn't matter. What is this? What is this? How is this even possible? Um, what are they doing? Nakia Stokes should have been traded. Um, and also Nalissa Smith. What was the point of picking her up? Like, what does she provide that you don't have? Does Asia just need a backup? Is that what it is? They think the problem is Asia's too many minutes. Asia backup is like maybe that is something they need, but that's so far down the list of priorities, so it's ridiculous. You need more production. Like I'd rather have Tiffany Mitchell out there. At least she can get to the rim and do some things like that. Can hustle. Like what is Alyssa Smith is going to do? Alyssa Smith is lazy. Alyssa Smith does not hustle. Once in a while she have a good night of rebounding. She's not a bad rebounder when she's in position, but it's not like some hustle player that's going to go out there and guard anybody. What did she do specifically that they felt like they needed to do that and then trade a first round pick for? Like what the hell was that? Now you set Dallas up real well though. Dallas should have what 2 number 1 picks next year, if it's a next year pick presumably. I don't know what that was about. Dana Evans didn't doesn't provide much really. Aaliyah Nye, who a lot of people were really high on and all of that kind of stuff. I never really was because it just takes more than just a couple of games for me to get high on players. She goes out there and is just like everybody else, 4 points. That was garbage. The Aces just like shit. They're in trouble. They were my pick to go to the finals right now. That's looking like that ain't going to happen. Do I flip on it? No. But what I will say is that the Aces will not finish well. What they'll just end up being is just the team you probably don't want to see in the playoffs, no matter who you are. Like, if you're the number 1 seed and then the Aces are the 8th seed, you don't really want to see them. So I guess that's just what they'll be. But I can't pick them to win like that now. Starting to lean a little bit towards Phoenix, despite what happened last night. Um, the Phoenix probably has a roster I kind of believe in, either them or maybe New York will go back and repeat. I'm not really high on Minnesota at all. I don't like I don't like them at the 5 position. And I don't like sometimes their tendencies, to just rely on the 3 pointer too much. So I probably won't pick Minnesota. I like the versatility of New York that they can, they got the bigs, they got the guards. Even though right now they're being challenged, without their perimeter defense, that's being kind of challenged. But I still think they have enough, to get it done overall. The only team I can kind of see beating them maybe is Phoenix. Um, really. So or Seattle could, if Seattle could just get their head on straight, it's like when you have a leader like Skylar Diggins, who I like very much, who I think, for my money, might be the best point guard in the league, especially with the way Chelsea is playing, and then Caitlin, please. Um, she can be a bit of a hothead, and hotheads, I don't put my money on them too much, man. Winning championships requires a lot of mental toughness and things like that I don't always see with her. So I don't know. I still would lean more towards an Alyssa Thomas led team, or a team that's led by Sabrina and Stewie, something like that. Um, let's see here. Yeah, the Aces were just trash, garbage. I don't know. And this is what's amazing is this is the first time, uh, well, in 9 or 10 games or something like that they've lost to the Ace to the Fever, and definitely since Caitlin Clark has been on the roster, they've never lost to the Fever. And here with Caitlin not playing, they lose to the Fever. That's amazing. All right, so what can we say about the Fever here? Fever played almost perfect basketball. Like their defense caused the Aces all types of problems. When you have a lineup, like I said here, you add an Ari McDonald, who's obviously a tough, strong defensive player, reminds me a lot of a Chauncey Billups, the way she plays. And you have Hall, Boston, and Howard. That's a formidable defensive 5. For Kelsey Mitchell is not like a defensive stalwart, but she can do it. She can move her feet. She has the athleticism enough of it to like to be to not be a cone. So here, this is a very defensive team, and this is the case. This is it. CC fans, ain't nothing y'all can say to about Stephanie White. Nothing at all. Y'all can say about Stephanie White. That's over with. Okay, so if your girl comes back, they start losing, start going through anything, you know who to blame. You know who to blame. You got to blame her. Right? There's no blaming Stephanie White. There's no blaming these players. These players, this is the best the Fever has been playing all year. This is the best they've looked. Right? All of that other stuff about the game against New York and all. No, they didn't look this good against New York. No. Uh, they're out there playing sound basketball. You look at the assists as a team, 24 assists. When the hell does the Fever ever do that? 24 assists. The assists is spread out. All right, you got Aaron McDonald with 7 assists. You got Kelsey Mitchell who was able to give you 6. You got Natasha Howard out there dropping dimes. I saw some passes she put out there that were excellent. Aaliyah Boston gets 2 assists. Lexi Hall gets 2 assists. Sydney Colson gets 3. Sophie Cunningham gets an assist. That's beautiful basketball. The best basketball I've seen the Fever play, as far as like as a team, you know. Um, Rebounds. Wow, they just whooped on them, man. They out rebounded them by 11. They out assisted the hell out of the Aces. They doubled them. Aces had 12 assists, which is horrible basketball. I don't know what that was about. And now this is what people are saying. That's what I heard. That's what I heard about the Commissioner's Cup. Say, yeah, the Fever played well, but the Minnesota's never played that bad. This is what you're saying. Okay, all right. So now what? What about the Aces now? You know, this is the second team that teams that people have picked to possibly win it all. This is the second one that you made look really bad. Okay. When did this ever happen with Caitlin Clark in the lineup? Never. Okay. So, we got to be real about this, man. You're telling me Aaliyah Boston needs Caitlin Clark to score, really? I see 20 points right there on 9 of 13 shooting. She needs Caitlin Clark. You got Kelsey Mitchell. Oh, why come she looks better with Caitlin Clark? One guy, courtside junkie, yeah, you. He tried to tell me that why didn't Kelsey Mitchell have the type of year with Caitlin the years before Caitlin Clark did she have with Caitlin Clark? And then I looked the numbers up, and Kelsey Mitchell was averaging 18 points a year. Caitlin comes in 19 points, and this is what he's talking about. Like that really enhanced her game. No, it didn't. All right, so she scores 25. Okay, in this game without Caitlin Clark, 9 of 18 from the field. Why? Because they all had easy shots from all over the place. Because the Aces couldn't get a beat on what they're doing. Don't you understand? We have Caitlin Clark playing. You're a much more predictable team because all you got to do is make things difficult for her. Things get difficult for her, it's difficult for everyone else. Here, when you're sharing the ball, you have ball movement, equal opportunity out here, it makes it harder for the Aces to get a beat on what you're doing. Right? I hope y'all understand that. So, this is the thing. When Caitlin comes back, what is it going to be? Is it going to be us making sure she gets her numbers? Or is it going to be that she needs to just fit into what this good thing that they got going? That's going to be the question for y'all, and that's going to be the thing that people like me are looking out for. What's going to be the deal? Because this has got to make us some serious drama if she comes up in here changing things with stupid shots and no defensive effort. This is going to be very interesting. It's going to make for some hella content, and I can't wait. What this season is going to do, it's going to separate the Fever fans from the CC fans. Excuse me. Having that water goes down wrong like that. All right, so yeah, man, that's what I got on that. Excellent game for the Fever. Horrible game for the Aces. They look like crap. They're in trouble. Need to make some moves. Need to do something. And then an excellent game by the Dallas Wings, the 4 rookies versus Phoenix. So that's what I got on that, man. Tell me what you all think. Peace out.